Okay, look, before we do anything and get this video started, I want to let everybody know I am suffering from a big, massive allergy attack. I don't even know if that's the correct term for it, but yes, my allergies are going on full overdrive. So if I sound, see, I can't even talk. That's how bad it is. If it sounds super snuffy or really inflated when I talk, that's probably why. So with that being said, let's talk about something cool. Let's talk about Kamen Rider transformation gears. Ugh. Now, transformation gear in the Kamen Rider franchise usually comes in the form of belts, but in other forms they have as wristbands or weapons in order for them to transform into their rider forms. When it came to the Showa era of Kamen Riders, the transformations would always consist of one piece, with the rider doing a pose while shouting that magical word, henshin. I mean, I did an entire video on what the origin of the word henshin means, and I'll probably pop it up somewhere on the screen so you can check that out either now or just watch it later. Just promise me you'll watch it, please. Showa era riders always had their belts be part of their body. You would never see them have to equip anything into them in order for them to transform. It would just hit a cool flip, then all of a sudden that pose, and then transformation. And usually that's how their transformation started. On the other hand, the transformation gears of Heisei riders always consist of multiple pieces, a belt, and some smaller object that has to be either inserted in the belt or have some kind of interaction with it. Examples of these would be the Gaia memories of Kamen Rider W, core metals of Kamen Rider O's, and the Astro switches from Kamen Rider Forze. Side note, the Neo Heisei era uses smaller objects just like these in order to achieve new forms for different riders in their series as well. So with all this talk of transformation gears having multiple pieces, the majority of Heisei transformation gear is separate from the owner's bodies. The Heisei riders need to first equip the gear before being able to transform. In some cases, the gears can also be used by multiple users, as opposed to being bound to a single user. This was found most notably in Kamen Rider Voss. Everybody was using those. But as I said earlier, you don't need to have a belt in order to be a Kamen Rider. A lot of people also use weapons and wristbands. Some of the most notable people who used wristbands are the Rider Brace that allowed people to use Zabi Zector in order to become Kamen Rider Zabi, and the Mega Uru Order that allowed a user to become Kamen Rider Necrom from Kamen Rider Ghost. In the case of weapon transformation devices, this is most notably found in Kamen Rider Kabuto, with Kamen Rider Sword and Drake both transform into rider forms, with Sword using a sword and a scorpion to combine, with the latter using a gun and a dragonfly in order to transform. Also, a gun was used as Kamen Rider Dien's main transformation device from Kamen Rider Decade. When it comes to standing out, no series like Kamen Rider Hibiki of the Heisei era stands out to me the most. This is the first Kamen Rider series that I have ever watched that had a series with 0 belt-like transformation gears. In fact, the main character used a tuning fork to transform. He didn't even say henshin, while other riders in this series would use whistles and small braces they would pluck down and pluck strings on in order to transform. And last but not least, let's talk about some of the weirder transformations in the franchise. What we're looking at is things like Kamen Rider Amazon, who would transform using the power of the Gigi bracelet that was on his arm, Kamen Rider Gil from Agito, who just kind of screamed and transformed, while Kamen Rider G3 had to put a giant suit on like he was a robot. It was pretty cool though. Yeah, it was pretty cool. But what do you guys think? What is your favorite type of transformation gear? If you could have a transformation gear, what would you do? Would you keep it old school and use a belt? Or would you do something like a sword or a brace or a gun or even just something crazy like a car? Just let me know in the comment section below. I don't know about you guys, but I think I would go old school and just keep it with the belt. As always, if you guys enjoy my videos, don't hesitate to give me a like and let me know what you guys think. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you can hear more stuff about this if you're super interested in it. I'm Lambo Calrissian, reminding you guys to keep calm and Toku on.